Welcome to the Christina Phipps Foundation Oncology Yoga. My name is Luann, and it is my honor to guide you during your yoga journey. As with any type of exercise program, please consult with your medical team and be sure to have their okay to proceed. If you feel tired during your practice, pause this video and come back only if and when you are ready. If you can find a few props and make them part of your practice, do so. Blankets, cushions, bolsters, towels, or even couch cushions. Enjoy this gentle restorative yoga practice. Remember that you are all amazing warriors who inspire and motivate. Thank you for your fortitude. Find a seat that works for you. Legs crossed on a cushion or a bolster or a blanket. Legs stretched out long in front of you, or leaning against a wall. Find what is most comfortable, what works for your body, your shape today. Place your hands on your lap, palms down to ground you to Mother Earth, or palms up to receive just a little bit more. Shoulders slide down your back, away from your ears. Crown is reaching towards the sky. Find comfort in your pose and your shape, and bring your attention to your breath. Let it be even, soft, and seamless. Begin to notice the quality of the air around you, the sounds that you may hear in the distance, the sound of your heartbeat, the sound of your breath. Choose an intention for your practice. Let it be something more universal, giving thanks to the universe for all the gifts that you receive on a daily basis. Or perhaps choose something more personal, a personal situation that you may be experiencing that you need extra help and guidance with. Whatever your intention, your sankalpa for your practice, hold it close to your heart and honor it as you practice. As you bring attention to the gentle, seamless breath moving through your body, begin to deepen the breath. Let it become a 3-part breath. Originate the breath in your belly and feel the belly expand and inflate like a balloon. Let the air move up to your chest bone, through your rib cage, through your back body, and arriving at the collarbone. Sip it all in, breath by breath, moment by moment. And then let it release all the way down through the center of your body, through your belly, where you can feel the navel reach back towards the spine. Inhale again, inflating and lifting the belly. Let it rise up through the center of your body, all the way up to the collarbone. And then begin your exhale, letting it release, feeling the breath move through you seamlessly and slow, invigorating you, nourishing you, and move the navel back towards the spine. A gentle inhale, a gentle exhale. Letting the breath become seamless, become more gentle now. Still aware of the sounds in the room. Still aware of your presence in the moment. Giving thanks to yourself for arriving on your mat. For allowing yourself to be part of this yoga experience. Feel your connection to the earth. Lower your chin towards your chest and lift your chin, tipping your head towards the sky. Lower it again towards your chest, tucking your chin in, and feel a very gentle movement in the neck area, awakening all the muscles of your neck. Your head drops over to the right side and your head drops over to the left side. Feeling another movement in the neck, very gently, very slowly. And then turn your entire face in one direction. Gaze up a little bit and gaze down. Again, feeling a very gentle movement in your neck. Allowing for the breath to match the movement. Turning your cheek in the opposite direction, gazing up toward the sky and then down toward your mat. And up again and down again. Feeling that same gentle movement. Come back to center and lift your arm up towards the sky. You can stop at the elbows, stop halfway through if there's any discomfort in your chest area. But you're just lifting and beginning a movement slowly, methodically. Remove the block or cushion or blanket that you may have been sitting on and move your torso forward, feeling a stretch in the front body, moving over in one direction, bowing over your thigh and feeling a stretch along the back body, pass through the center and over your opposite thigh. Breathing, relaxing, living in the moment, coming back up to the center and beginning to torso, circle, to the right, forward, and then reversing to the back, to the left, forward, and moving slowly as you awaken the spine. Make sure you have your set of blocks available to you and lower yourself to the mat. Let your forearms help you come down to the mat. Extend your left leg long and hug your right knee in towards your chest. Fingers interlace behind your thigh. Begin to lift and lower, waking up the hinge joints of the knee, the larger muscle groups in your thigh and your hamstrings. Extend your leg long and begin to point and flex. Feeling all the smaller ligaments and bones in your foot and your toes move. Circle the ankle in one direction and circle the ankle in the opposite direction. Lower your right knee, right leg and extend it long and interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. Lifting and lowering, feeling the hinge of the knee move on your left leg. Lifting and lowering, and then extending your leg long and beginning the point and flex on your left toes. Accentuating the point and the flex so that you really feel the muscles work. Circling the ankle in one direction and circling the ankle in the opposite direction. Hug both knees in, roll and rock to the right and to the left. And then let your knees drape over towards the right. Hold your outer thigh with your right arm, and you could extend your left arm from the shoulder, palm down or palm up, whatever feels comfortable for you. Or you can even move your left arm into cactus shape. Your gaze can be up towards the ceiling depending on your neck, your cervical spine, or your gaze can be over towards your extended arm. Roll your knees a little bit to awaken the spine, to help realign the spine, and then let your knees tip over to the left. Your right arm is extended long from the shoulder, and your gaze is towards that arm or towards the sky, whatever feels most comfortable for you. It's just a gentle twist, awakening the side body. Come back up to the center and hug your knees in, make a few circles, and then come to your right side in fetal. Have your blocks available. On this high side is usually the best position for the poses that we'll do. And move yourself into table. wrists under shoulders. Your toes can be flat to the earth or tipped, and begin to undulate and move the spine. As you lift, do not extend the neck up towards the sky too much. Just lengthen and look forward, and then round and arch the back into your cat. Match the movement to your breath. And then extend your right leg long behind you. When you find your balance, extend your left arm. Let your fingertips reach towards the front of your mat, your toes towards the back. Gaze down at your drishti point, your focal point, and move your left hand down and your right leg. And then do the same on the opposite side. Extending your left leg long behind you, your right arm. Reaching towards the front of the mat with your fingertips, towards the back of the mat with your toes. Finding your drishti point, your gaze point. Come down to the mat and move the spine again. Inhaling and exhaling, lengthening the spine on your inhale. Move your blocks up just a bit and extend your right leg through. Your left leg is long behind you, and drape your torso over your chest. Extend your right leg long as far as you can. There may be some bend to the knee, and that's fine. You're moving the hips. In your low lunges, you're working the hip flexors and stretching the hamstrings. And you're also stimulating the abs, all with the support of the block. Move your right knee towards your left and extend your left leg through, still pressing down to the tops of the block, draping your torso over your forward leg and coming back and stretching forward. All the time, remember that your hip flexors are activated, your hamstrings are stretching, and you're working your abdominals too, stretching and lengthening your abdominals. Move your two knees in together and lower your hands to the mat and move the spine just a little bit in your cat dog, rounding and breathing slowly and with intention. Lift your hands to the top of your blocks, extend your left leg, come up on your toes, and move your left leg to meet the right. Keep your knees bent and circle the sun as you come up. Find prayer hands and move your hands down in front of your heart center. Inhaling and exhaling. Release your hands to the blocks and step back with your left leg. Turn your foot out about 45 degrees. Place your hands on your forward thigh. Extend your left arm towards the sky, maybe your right arm if it feels okay, and move into Warrior One. You can place your hands on your waist, your gaze is forward, or you can even do cactus arms. Find which shape, which movement works best for you. Open up into Warrior Two, moving your left foot back a little bit. Foot is stretched and grounded into the earth, and your arms are extended along your heart center. Your gaze is over your front finger. Let your right arm release to your block. Gaze up at your extended arm. Straighten your forward leg. And then bend your left arm behind your forehead and find some twist extensions, opening the chest, helping strengthen the shoulders and arms, helping with the back mobility and also the lymphatic drainage in your arms. Come up on your toes, drop your knee very softly to the mat, and move your right leg back. Move your blocks alongside your body and come down in a prone position. Place your hands right by your chest and lift your palms, gazing over the front of your mat into a baby cobra. Very gently and mindfully stretching the lower back. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, pressing the pubic bone down into the earth, and exhaling and releasing. Crisscross your forward arms and move your right leg up towards your waist. Turn your head in the same direction as the bent leg and find a little restorative rest, a little bit of a constructive rest. Finding the breath, evening out the breath, letting yourself know that this is your moment. And do the same on the left, turning your gaze in the same direction as your bent leg. Arms are still crisscrossed. Extend your legs long behind you. Press into the mat and come onto your side and up into a seated position. Crossing the legs again if it feels comfortable in an easy pose, or stretching them out in front of you. Twisting to one direction, holding on to your forward thigh. You can place a block behind you to receive your arm if it feels more comfortable. Inhaling and lengthening the spine, and exhaling and twisting just a little bit more. Coming back to center, inhaling your arms as you twist to the opposite side. Remember, you can sit on a blanket in this pose, and you are also keeping your spine flexible by stimulating this stretch. Come into your table position again and find your blocks, placing them on the high side. Your hands come to the top of the blocks, stepping your right leg forward, and then your left, bending your knees and helping yourself stand up as you circle the sun and come up to a standing position. Hands release in front of the heart center. Come into mountain pose for a moment. Feet pressing into the earth, gaze forward, arms reaching along the side body. Pause and breathe. And then come down, let your blocks assist you as you move into Warrior One on the opposite side. This time your left leg is forward, placing your hands on your left thigh and extending one arm if it feels comfortable, both arms if that feels better, or cactus arms, or remember you can also move your hands to your waist. Gaze forward, hips forward, in as comfortable a position as possible. Open up into Warrior Two. You may need to move your straight leg behind you a little bit further out, extending your arms along the heart center. Gaze over your middle finger. Forward knee is bent in line with your ankle. Breathe before you straighten the leg and release your hand to the top of the block. Right arm extended before it bends at the elbow. And then find your twist extensions, opening the chest again, strengthening the shoulders and the arms, offering yourself some upper back mobility, and offering a lymphatic drainage in your arms. Come up on your toes on your extended leg and move your left leg back to meet the right. And find a resting pose as you widen your knees. Release your forehead to the earth and find a child's pose. Resting, breathing, making your connection to the earth. Come up. Find your bolster and your blankets. Have your props around you. It's easier to reach them for your practice if they're all around you. Widen your legs, whatever distance feels comfortable, and elevate your bolster on the low side of the block. Flex your toes and let your torso gently and smoothly fall over your bolster. Your hands can receive your forehead. And just rest and breathe and relieve any tension in the back. be simple. Let your hamstrings release any tightness. Bring your attention back to the present moment. This is your time to practice, so keep your thoughts simple. Keep your thoughts happy. No to-do list, no place to go. Just here, in the now, in the present moment. Breathing effortlessly, breathing seamlessly. Engage your belly and lift off the bolster. Move it out of the way to the side. Just give yourself some space on your mat and find an easy pose. Again, Sukhasana. And move your right hand to your shoulder and begin to lift your elbow up and down, finding some mobility in your shoulder. In towards your chest. In and out very slowly, very carefully. And then make some circles with your elbow in whichever direction feels comfortable for you to do first, and then simply reverse the circle. We'll do the same with the opposite arm. Up and down, elbow bent, fingertips on shoulder, and lift and lower, finding that mobility, finding that range of motion. Noticing the difference from side to side. Making some circles in one direction. All with the breath. All with intention. And then making those same circles with the opposite direction. This time, place fingertips on both shoulders and lift up and down. And notice the difference when you're working both elbows and shoulders together. It's a little bit more intense, but still manageable, still working your range of motion. In and out, and some circles in one direction. And those same circles in the opposite direction. Trying to keep your spine as tall and long as possible. Fingertips release to your lap. Just breathe for a moment and then make a stop sign with your right arm. Let your left arms pull your fingers back and pull your fingers down, and then flip your palm and pull your fingers down again, all with the opposite arm, all working the arm muscles and the hand muscles, so necessary in your yoga practice. And we'll do the same with the opposite arm. Stop sign, opposite arm, hold on to your fingers and press them down. Opposite arm, hold on to your fingers and press them up towards the sky, and then flipping your palm and pressing them down. It all should feel good. It all should feel welcome. Finding your blocks again, placing them on the high side, stepping your right leg through as you lengthen your left leg, come up on toes and left leg meets right. Knees bent, arms circle the sun. And come into your half moon pose. Arms circle the sun, hold on to a wrist or your opposite wrist or your right waist, and feel the side body flexibility. Your shoulders and arms show strength, and also there's a lymphatic drainage in your arms. Feel what works best for you, either arms overhead holding onto wrist or onto your waist. Pressing the hips forward and finding that flexibility in your side body. Widen your legs on the long side of your mat. Very carefully move from right to left, just stretching your legs just a bit. Come to center and heel toe, just walk your toes in and your heels towards the center of the mat, and come up to a chair pose with your knees bent, your arms alongside your body. Crisscross your arms into eagle arms, right over left, and stretch your arms feel them squeezing together. And then release. Come up and find a half lift, never going all the way down, keeping your heart above your head, or keeping your head above your heart, and finding opposite arm, left arm crosses, coming down into a very simple chair, squeezing your thighs together, finding a little bit of balance challenge, pressing your arms together and squeezing. And again, finding your half lift and turning, moving your bolster out of the way and finding your blocks again on the high side. Bending your knees, coming down, letting the block support you, coming down into a table position, and then coming to your side and removing the blocks and finding your bolster and preparing for a little bit of restoration. Place the bolster on the long side behind you, elevated on the low side of the block. Have your blocks and blankets and towel rolls for your neck available. You can place blankets on either side of your arms to receive your forearms. Let the bolster come up to your hips. Find a bound angle if that's comfortable for you, and use the blocks under each thigh to support your legs. Placing a towel roll behind your neck if your neck is complaining. Finding comfort, letting the bolster receive you, and covering yourself if you feel vulnerable. Your arms can be placed on evenly shaped or folded blankets or blocks, whatever you have available. And if it's more comfortable for you to stretch your legs long, do so. In an actual live yoga class, a teacher may come around and assist you. But for the sake of the video, just have your props available, your tools available to place and support you, to help you feel comfortable. Soften the gaze in your eye, and you can even place an eye pillow over your eyes if you have one to darken the room. Let yourself release and let go. Feel your body winding down and releasing. Opening your heart. Letting all the unnecessary thoughts enter your mind, but letting them drift away as well. Finding the breath, letting it become even. Always reminding yourself to be gentle to your body. Loving yourself first, being kind to yourself. If your legs are in bound angle or butterfly, release them long. Engage the belly a bit and press off the bolster. Move your tools, your props out of the way, and just pause for a moment as you prepare for the next restorative posture, a restorative twist. Your bolster is already set up. So move your legs into sage shape. Your left leg is behind you, your right leg is bent in front of you. Your arms move into cactus as your torso faces the bolster, and you drape yourself down, turning your cheek in the same direction for a more restorative version of this pose as your bent knees. Hug the bolster, or again, place your arms on folded blankets or blocks. Twist the side body. Relax and release. Soften the gaze in your eyes. Listen to the music. Hear the sounds of the room. Don't worry about your to-do list. Let this time be your own. A way of honoring yourself, a way of honoring your body. Stay in this pose, this posture for as long as you'd like. And when you're ready, come up and very carefully just allow your body to move to the back of the bolster and then turn to the opposite side. Again, legs are in sage, your left leg is behind, your right leg is folded in front. Arms come to cactus, torso faces the bolster, and then drop down your chest. Drape it over the bolster and turn your head in the same direction as your bent knees. You can release your forearms, two blocks, two blankets. You can soften your gaze. And again, let the breath become even and gentle, tempered. A very quiet inhale and exhale. Releasing into the bolster, letting the bolster support you. Restoring, releasing, letting go. Coming back to that innate quality or feeling of stillness. When you're ready to release, again, you can stay in this posture for as long as you'd like. Press up from the bolster and prepare for your next restorative pose. This pose is called Stonehenge. So we have our blocks on the medium side and place a bolster over the blocks lengthwise. It's a good idea to place a blanket under your backside, just offering you an extra layer of cushion on your mat. Drape your legs over the bolster, right up to your knees, and use your forearms to gently come down on the mat. You can again take blankets to receive your forearms or blocks or cushions. Place a folded towel roll or a small blanket underneath the back crevice of your neck and cover yourself if you're feeling vulnerable, exposed. A blanket over your torso and abdomen also weights you down and helps keep you quiet and sedate for your restorative pose. Soften the gaze in your eyes, release and let go. Find the breath. Let the thoughts be simple. Let your breath be very measured. Quieting the body, quieting the mind. Finding stillness. When you have the urge to move, see if you can resist just a little bit. And use the breath to carry you through your posture, your movements. Always a gentle inhale and always a gentle exhale. Keep it simple. Keep it real. Let yourself become part of the moment. As you're ready to release, remove any tools you may have used to help you. Come to your side and rest in fetal for a moment. Press the earth away. Come up to a seated position. Dismantle your bolster, Have your blocks available. And prepare to come back down on your back body, placing the block on the low side onto your sacrum for a supported bridge. You can keep your knees bent, separate your knees, or you can restoratively place your knees together or extend your legs long. Experiment with the shapes, modify the shapes, find what works best for your body. You can also place a towel roll under your neck, arms alongside body, using bolsters, using blankets, anything for comfort. The main thing is to find stillness, letting the block do the work for you. Tucking your chin slightly, opening your heart, imagining the white light from above shining down upon you, energizing you, nourishing you, giving you the strength that you need, surprising yourself, amazing yourself, all with a very simple movement. Bend your knees and lift your hips and remove the block. Come back down to the earth and extend your legs long. Interlace your fingers behind you. Point or flex your toes and offer the body a deep stretch, tucking your chin slightly, lengthening and inhaling and exhaling. Bending the knees and extending your legs long into a waterfall. Arms can reach up as well, feeling that lymph drain through your body. Moving your wrists, circling them in one direction, circling them in the opposite direction. Opening your legs and opening your hands into a gentle V. Finding some movement, very slow. And then releasing your palms to the earth. Tucking your chin slightly, keeping your legs extended. And letting the lymph drain through your body. Finding strength, finding the courage that you need to take you through your day, your week, your month, knowing that this is your time. This waterfall, legs up the wall pose can easily be done by leaning your legs against a wall. You can do this pose in your bed at night for hopefully a more restful night's sleep. Bend the right knee into a half happy baby, reaching to the outer edge of your foot, pressing your knee into your shoulder as far as is comfortable, extending your left leg long, and then do the same on the left leg. Extend your right leg long, bend your left knee toward your shoulder, holding onto the outer edges of your foot, and then a full happy baby, pressing both knees in towards your shoulders, pressing onto the outer edges of your feet, breathing, releasing just a little bit more. Bicycling from right to left, bending the right knee in and the left knee, working the abs just for a moment. You can do it all in a very short time. And then cross the right leg over the left. Interlace your fingers behind the left thigh and move into a figure 4 pose. Your crossed leg has a flexed foot to help you push your knee in toward your chest, gently opening the hips. Let your left foot just dangle. It's not doing any work. And see if you can just move that right leg in toward your chest just a bit. Release and let go, and windshield wipe from right to left, maybe turning your head in the opposite direction. And then cross your left leg over your right. Flex the foot on your left leg, your bent leg, and let your right foot just dangle. Interlace behind the right thigh. Tuck your chin and move your knee in towards your chest just a bit, opening the hips. In this reclined pigeon pose or figure 4. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Make some circles in one direction, make circles in the opposite direction. Extend your legs long in front of you and prepare for your Shavasana. Find any props that may be useful, that may be helpful, any tools. For example, you may want to place that bolster underneath the backs of your knees for support to relieve any tension that you may be experiencing in your back. And just let this time be your own. Arms are extended along your sides, palms up, chin is slightly tucked, and feet are splayed. Let all the energy that you put into your practice integrate. Find your quiet time. This is your very special time. It's the most important pose that you can do in your practice. It brings together all the energy. In these moments of stillness, you can feel the energy pulsating through your body. Let yourself rest. Let your mind quiet. Let your heart be still, if only for a few moments, as you breathe and soften, and let the earth receive you. Begin to deepen your breath. Bend your knees. Find some gentle movement in your fingers and toes. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And awaken from your resting pose, turning into fetal position on your right side. Remembering your intention now as a present truth. Pushing the earth away and coming up slowly, letting your head dangle and come up last, and find that comfortable position again. Hands in front of your heart center, finding the breath, letting it match the movement of your body, and then move your palms in front of you, touching thumb to index finger to middle finger to ring finger to pinky. Satanama, Satanama, Satanama. A meditation. Bringing to mind your true essence. Peace, peace, peace as you walk this earth all the days of your life. Namaste, my friend.